In this coaching session, I am going to teach you how you can turn inner peace into a tangible and worthwhile achievement to go for as you transition into the new year. So, have you ever set out every year at the new year and you're like, this year I'm going to be happier, I'm going to be less anxious, I'm going to be without guilt, I'm going to be better, I'm going to live a life on my terms? And then you don't get it. Well, I used to set the goal every single year that I'm going to be happier this year. A year after year after year, if I look in my journals and my resolution setting, I was always happier. This year's the year I'm going to be happier. And at the end of the year, I was like, well, I didn't get it, so I'm going to do it again this year. So I want to teach you what I had to learn in order to get to that happiness. Because I'm telling you, from that other side of the fence, that you can set a goal about the way you feel and achieve it. But it's not as easy as saying, this year I'm going to be happier. It doesn't work that way. Because there's a reason that year after year after year we're feeling the guilt or anxiety or the darkness or whatever it is that we're feeling. And so we've got to get tangible about, well, what is that going to look like in order to do it? Right? The reason I never hit that annual goal of I'm going to feel happier is because I never prioritized the actual journey of inner peace, the actual journey of I'm going to do things that the byproduct I hypothesize will make me happier. And so in this mini coaching session, I'm going to talk about it from a standpoint of inner peace. Because whether it's you want less guilt, you want less anxiety, you want less darkness, you want more happiness, whatever it is you want, I'm using the word inner peace to encompass what I know a lot of the people that go through the Gratitude Slam and the mini coaching sessions have been craving and talking to me about. So right now, I want you to put in the comments section, what would you be capable of doing if inner peace was a priority for you? If once and for all you said, I'm going to make my inner peace a priority, what do you believe you'd be capable of doing? And there's no wrong answer here. Whatever answer you got, it's a hypothesis, number one. But would you be able to serve better? Would you be able to create more art? Would you be able to be a better partner or friend or family member? Like, I don't know what it is, but what would it be? So here's what I want you to do. I want you to prioritize inner peace. Because when a want, inner peace, becomes a need, remarkable things start to happen. So what I want us to do together is turn our journey, but specifically your journey of inner peace, into a non-negotiable. In fact, whether or not you understand how to do it yet or not, type in the comment section, inner peace is now a non-negotiable. I'll say it again. Pause me if you want and type it out. Inner peace is now a non-negotiable. You don't have to believe it. This is our practice. Coaching sessions are designed for us to practice. So basically what I'm saying is, yeah, prioritize yourself. I know for many people that's, I don't know how to do that. Okay, fine. I don't deserve to do that. I can't do that. I've set myself up, whatever, up for failure. I don't know. But I'm saying let's talk about what it takes to prioritize yourself. So I'm going to get super tangible here. This isn't the ethereal, I'm going to raise my vibrations and be happier. I'm not saying that doesn't work. I'm not taking away from that. I actually subscribe to that quite a bit. But in order to raise my vibration or to send out a different energy, I've got to do things that allow for that different energy. So I want us to set today in your mini coaching session actions that you believe that will help you attain higher levels of sustainable inner peace, right? Really easy to be like, well, I'll grab another cozy beverage, and I'll feel more inner peace. Well, okay, but I want it to be sustainable, and I want you to have the cozy beverage to just have the inner peace. So I'll give you examples of what tangible actions that I believe could lead to higher levels of inner peace, which again could be less anxious, less guilt, less darkness. So these are super tangible. I will read one book a month about inner peace. I will listen to one podcast a week about reducing guilt. I will set aside 1 hour 3 times a week to have tea or meditation practice. I will book myself one 20-minute lunch break every single weekday that no one's allowed to schedule over. I will create plans with friends one time a week, and I will put my phone on DND, do not disturb, during that time. So do you see what I'm doing there? Everything has a metric behind it. It's stuff that I, as your coach, can go, I can take my coaching clipboard and I can go, yup, she did it. He did it. She did it. I saw it. I saw it happen. And so pause me right now. Well, wait till what I'm about to say, then pause me. But what are 3 commitments you'd like to play with? Because you're not getting married to them, right? What are 3 commitments you'd like to make to yourself in the new year that are tangible actions that makes inner peace a non-negotiable? So I just gave you a bunch of different examples. Now I want you to come up with the ones for you, but make them possible to measure so at the end of the week you could say, I did that activity. Because it's actions that move us towards that inner peace. And when I say actions, it's there's things that are not as tangible that you could do, and I'm fine with those. Do them. But I want to set you up for success by starting to do activities and actions that will lead you towards building the habit of you time. You time is spiritual time. Spiritual time is fulfillment time. Fulfillment time is your life purpose time. And I do know from experience, at least for me, that leads to higher levels of inner peace. So pause me if you haven't and write down 3 things in the comment section that you're willing to experiment with that are tangible things you could do that will make inner peace a non-negotiable. Pause me. If you didn't pause me, then yep, I saw you not pause me. I saw you do it. I didn't see you do it. Look, making inner peace as a non-negotiable will allow you to serve others deeper than you've ever imagined and not feel burnt out being a servant leader. Right? I myself, as an empath, used to serve and serve and serve and never served myself. I never made my own inner peace a non-negotiable. And so therefore, I was a crispy little critter, and I would still show up for people, but I wasn't doing it fully because I didn't have anything. You can't pour from an empty cup or an empty pitcher into a cup. So I want to give you the heads up right now that this was part of my journey. I don't know if it's going to be part of yours. You may first feel guilty, or you might feel cumbersome taking the time to make inner peace a non-negotiable, and that's okay. Why? Because you're building a habit of turning your inner peace into a non-negotiable, a boundary. And this is very different than what I know many of you have been doing. Why do I know that? Because I know I've done it. And I know a lot of people in the Gratitude Slam, you spot it, you got it. I've seen a lot of the patterns and behaviors in the Gratitude Slam, patterns and behaviors I fell into for way too long. Way too long for my liking, shall I say. So it will feel a little different as you start to carve out this time, as small or large as it is, to make your inner peace a non-negotiable. So I'm going to ask the question again. I want you to put your answer in the comment section. If you were to really do this and pick the 3 actions and enhance your practice of turning inner peace into a non-negotiable, what do you predict that's going to feel like to you in 3 months? Do you think it'll feel good? Do you think it'll feel bad? Do you think that guilt will never go away? Do you think you'll feel more freedom? Do you think you'll feel more creative and artistic? But how do you think it's going to feel in 3 months from now if you really do set some non-negotiables about your inner peace? So now I'm going to have you do the really scary work. As soon as this video is over, I want you to go to your calendar and book the times on your calendar, whether you got a digital calendar or a paper calendar, or maybe it's time to start using a calendar. But I want you to take those 3 areas where you committed to yourself, I'm going to do X, Y, and Z, and put them on your calendar. Don't worry about failing. Don't worry about flopping. Just go out, go and do it. So when this video is done, I want you to set the time on the calendar. So type the word commit if you're willing to practice with this idea. And type the word I don't know. I don't know how to spell that. Maybe it's 1 word, maybe it's 2. If you're not sure if this is for you. Look, I can't eradicate you falling out of inner peace, and neither can you. Why? Because you're human, and this thing up here and the itty bitty shitty committee up here is really good at really pulling you out of moments of inner peace. But what we can do together is build these habits so that you can pivot out of the negative feelings. You pivot out into inner peace faster. That's what I want to be able to do with you. And I'm telling you, from the other side of the fence, where I never thought I was going to get to that other side of the fence, you're going to experience things that you never knew you had the ability to experience. You're going to serve in ways you never knew you were able to serve. All right. I threw a lot at you today. Put in the comments section, write the word key, and what was your biggest key of the 10 minutes that we spent together. And I like to read them, and I like you to read other people's comments as well, because maybe someone's key could become your key as well. So, I'm proud of you. You deserve to have your needs met, and you are going for it just by waiting this long through a video to hear what I had to say to you about you. And look, you're going to fail as you go for inner peace, but you're also going to succeed. And you're going to achieve higher levels of inner peace when you prioritize inner peace as a non-negotiable. And by the way, for those of you that are really interested in really pursuing your inner peace really strong, we just announced, for the first time, we've never done anything, a super special group of 6 people that are going to go through a customized, what's called a 360 coaching process, where me and Erad are going to, or Erad and I don't know, anyway. But anyways, Erad and I are going to survey 16 people from your life, both work or community and family and friends, and we're going to find the double binds. Find out what you don't know, what you don't know. So if you haven't heard about it, make sure you find it on the Gratitude Slam or in your inbox for that. But it's going to be a special 360 program only for 6 people. There's a cost to it, I'll tell you that. But if you're really interested in getting some actual coaching one-on-one from me and Erad, it's a great opportunity, and it's a way to really carve out your inner peace as a non-negotiable. And if you want us to reach out to you about it, type the word WOW in all capital letters in the chat section now. I am your mindset and self-leadership coach here. My name is Michael Ian Cedar, and I'm looking forward to hearing how you make your inner peace a non-negotiable. Ichigo Icho, my friends. Ichigo Iche.